Hello, Internet, and welcome back. The Human Rights Campaign, they put out a guide called Safer Sex for Trans Bodies. First off, okay, cool. That's fine. A booklet on how, trans people can have safer sex. That's cool. Good? All right. But you go down a little bit, and they basically, doesn't say terms that we will be using in their definitions, but that's pretty much what it is. It's kind of like an index of terms that they will be using in their information and what they are meaning by it. Okay, so let's take a look at that. We're not going to really worry about their definition of trans and transgender and stuff, because that's not the issue I have here. That's not what pissed me off. You'll see. Bear with me. Alright, so the first word, dick. We will use this word to describe external genitals. Imagine that. Dicks are external genitals. Who knew? Dicks come in all shapes and sizes and can belong to people of all genders. Well, they do come in all shapes and sizes. I can be there with you on that. But if you don't have an external genital of a penis, you don't have a dick. But anyways, that's not what pissed me off. Front hole. We use this word to talk about internal genitals, sometimes referred to as vaginas. A front hole may self-lubricate depending on age and hormones. Front hole? Do you mean as opposed to back hole? As in your sphincter? Even though some people may use it in a sexual manner, it's not really considered sexual genitalia, so you don't really need to differentiate from it. Strapless. Whatever, I don't care. But here's the part that pissed me off. Vagina. We use this word to talk about the genitals of trans women who have had bottom surgery. Excuse me? You're using the term vagina to describe trans women who have had bottom surgery? That's where I have a fucking problem. Before I go on a rant, let's just look at the definition of vagina first, shall we? Vagina. A passage leading from the uterus to the vulva in certain female mammals. See the problem here? Other than the things I'm going to further rant about. Trans women don't have uteruses. Vaginas have to do with reproductive sex. Have to do with uteruses. Trans women don't have fucking uteruses and never will, no matter what surgeries they have. First off, let's just say I don't know, none of us know, who wrote this shit. Who decided this shit? Was it a bunch of men? Was it a bunch of trans women? Was it a bunch of, whatever? Was it a bunch of women that wrote this? I don't know. And I don't really fucking care who actually wrote this. The problem I have is if you're going to fucking start making up words to work with what you're trying to talk with, that's fine. Go ahead and do that. But do not take a word that already has a meaning that is already well established as biological female sexual part and use it for a trans woman. If you're going to make up a word, you make up a word to go with what you're talking about with a trans woman, not with vagina. This is fucking bullshit. You're trying... Oh, I'm sorry. I know this is kind of fucking stupid, but this just really pisses me off. Vagina is a female word. It's my word. I have a vagina. Don't fucking tell me I have a front hole. Don't tell me that after all these years of being a biological female that I no longer have a fucking vagina. I have a front hole. Fuck you. No, I don't. I have a fucking vagina. And you have no fucking right to sit there and say, no, now it's a front hole. Fuck you. I don't even care if you're not even saying, no, you can't use that term. Now it's all about trans women. No, I don't care if you're saying that. I don't care if you're just saying that this is just how we're doing it in this. I don't fucking care. Either way, you're going to make up a word, make it up for the trans women to describe what they have. Don't already take vagina and put it on a trans woman and make biological women have some fucking made up fucking term. Now, I know that you think you're doing good. And in some ways you do good. But this, regardless of who wrote it, is just instigating more issues. This is not going to help the divide that has been created and is continuing to grow between biological women and trans women. That's not going to help at all. This is just going to divide the two groups even further. More biological women, if they hear this shit, are gonna fucking go off. And they're gonna have lost respect and the feeling of trying to cohabit, if not be inclusive, with trans women. If you're gonna start using terms, taking terms that are essential to what it is to being a biological female and taking it away and putting it on trans women. It's bullshit. Now, I'm not a radical feminist. I'd probably not even call myself a feminist. But this does actually kind of tweak my little inner feminist. This is bullshit. And if you're a trans woman and you're watching this, please, for the love of God, don't take this and go with it. And oh my God, if I see a fucking video by Riley J. Dennis or Milo or some other fucking SJW fuckhead taking this and being like, see, trans women with bottom surgery are vaginas. You're just a front hole. Oh, I'm gonna go off. I'm gonna fucking go off. This is probably the most I've gone off in a video. Oh, it pisses me off. It's bullshit. Alright, I'm gonna stop yelling. I think I've made my point, and I think that any rational fucking person out there is gonna understand this and agree. I don't care if you're a feminist. I don't care what sex you are, what gender you go by. I think this is pretty fucking obvious. That biological women are the ones with vaginas, not front holes. Okay, I guess that's it. I don't want to fucking scream at you too much because it's not your fault. It is not your fault. You're not the fucking issue. They are. But I thought I'd share that with you guys. So if you want to run with this, make your own video, go on Twitter, go off on them, have at it, have fun, because this is bullshit. And no, it's not kosher. No. Vagina. Natural biological woman. Vagina. Take your front hole and stick it up your ass.